Hi guys!
Hi!
We're at Magic Kingdom and the park closes in about an hour and a half.
Yeah!
So we're here at the very tail end of the day to experience some Halloween. Halloween has officially started more or less in a diluted sense at Magic Kingdom.
And to enjoy the weather because the nice weather has started more or less.
It really has.
It's
but
the second day of fall.
We're here to maybe see some cavalcades and try some treats and just see the Halloween decorations that they do have. Are you ready to go inside?
I'm ready.
Let's go!
Bye! I said bye.
And here we are walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. You can see that on either side of the streets they have the Mickey pumpkins on the light lamp posts here. This is definitely Halloween to me, man. So I think our first stop is going to be behind the castle to try some of the Halloween treats that they've released during daytime park hours, which I'm pretty excited for because I'm pretty hungry. All right, so we are behind the castle and we just went over there to Storybook Treats to get this.
The Poor Unfortunate Souls float.
This comes with a cream cheese soft serve, black raspberry syrup, and Coca-Cola.
Right.
So this is going to be pretty interesting.
Ooh. Yeah, it tastes like cream cheese.
Really, the soft serve tastes like cream cheese?
I mean, like, it tastes exactly what it says. Like, it's a
Imagine that.
cream cheese with, and you can just taste the cherry flavoring separately.
Interesting. Does it go with the Coca-Cola?
Oh, it does. And then it turns it into like a cherry Coke.
That's surprising. So I'm definitely a little bit hesitant with this.
Is my mouth purple?
Yes.
Oh no. It's not bad.
It's a little bit surprising. Okay, I liked it more that time.
I think it's like when you hear what it is, you expect the two flavors to blend a little bit more and they kind of don't. Like you can just taste them separately.
It's weird because when I first saw this, I presumed this was like grape sherbet with like, I don't know, grape soda or something on the bottom. It's good, it's weird. All right, so we are off to get our next treat, which is gonna be over in the Liberty Square Market, which is the Constance wedding cake that I think they came out with either last year or the year before that.
I've been wanting to try it because it always looks super basic, but then every time somebody tries it, they always say it tastes really good. So I want to try it.
I'm curious, I'm not usually a cake person, but now's the time to try these treats, I suppose. So this is the Liberty Square Market, and I'm pretty positive that this is where we're gonna get the wedding cake. It's a little bit after 5 o'clock now, so I believe that the cavalcades are probably done for the day. We could be surprised, they could have one come out randomly, but we may have to catch that on our next trip. And here comes Brennan with the cake.
For better or for worse.
That's the name of it.
The Constance Better for Worse cake.
Interesting. With a raspberry Bavarian cream, I think, right?
That's a good question.
I think so. So it is Bavarian cream, raspberry Bavarian cream. We had to move tables because that table is directly in the sun.
That's delightful.
Is it good? Well, that's
I
good.
actually really like it.
Ooh, it's a very small little cake.
But it packs a big punch.
Ooh, it's really dark right now. Let's bump it up a little bit. There it is. Now you can see that cake. So in my consistent efforts to find the best camera settings, I'm probably making it worse. So I'm trying to do complete manual settings with this camera right now. I'm playing around with aperture and ISO and all these other camera setting functions, and I'm very new to this, so.
Right now it looks good on my end.
Well, it's good, but I'm doing my best, and I'll try to figure it out at some point in the future. So this is a test, right? But here we go. Yay!
It's not like overpoweringly sweet. It's like, it's just very nice.
No, because that's why I don't really care for cake. I don't really care for the excessive sponginess of cake. And this is clearly like, it's like encased by like the Bavarian cream. So I like that a lot. Okay, so now we are heading back across the hub of Magic Kingdom over to Tomorrowland to, I believe, ride the Speedway. Because why not? For whatever reason, today in Magic Kingdom, it feels pretty busy, right?
Yeah, I was not expecting that on what's today, Wednesday?
Yeah, we're here in the middle of the week. It's very interesting. So we wanted to come ride the Tomorrowland Speedway because there's a pretty significant amount of progress over on the Tron construction right over there. And riding Tomorrowland Speedway will probably give us a pretty good view of it, I think. Alright, so it took a little bit, but it looks like we're just a couple minutes away from hopping in a car. Would you like to be the driver today, Brennan?
Yeah!
Cool. And here we are on the open road. Brennan is driving.
Pedal to the metal,
so expertly. Let's check out the sights and sounds of Tomorrowland. Here's a sight that I don't like.
Oh, sorry.
The people mover is still not going. People mover, come back.
I miss you.
Britta and I have some teamwork going on right now. I'm pressing the pedal, and then she's controlling the steering. And check it out.
Oh.
Look at Tron.
Sorry, we might bang up into the rails a little bit because I'm looking at it.
It's fine. You can see the framing that they're going to be putting over on top of the track part of the coaster right there. So, hooray, that's cool. Tron construction updates. Yay, so original. Well, that was an exciting adventure, right?
Yeah.
So we have about 20 minutes left until the park closes. Anything you wanted to do in particular?
I don't know. Maybe we could see what the wait time for the Space Mountain is.
Really?
An hour over here.
Okay. All right, so slight change of plans. Instead of going over to Space Mountain, I think we're gonna head back over to Liberty Square and try to take the riverboat on its last cruise around the river of America.
Okay.
All right, so back in Liberty Square, it looks like the Liberty Bell is coming right around the corner, so I think we made it just in time to hop on its final trip around the rivers of America today. Hooray! All right, so we are pulling away from the dock. We made it to the Liberty Bell riverboat. We are taking a trip around Magic Kingdom. The park closed about 5 minutes or so ago. So, yay, we're gonna ride a couple rides here at Disney. That's good. It's sad that we didn't get to see any cavalcades today, any Halloween character cavalcades. But again, it just kind of increases the incentive to come back on a future trip to really get more of the Halloween experience. That's for sure. There's Haunted Mansion way over there. We're just running along the second floor right now because a pretty big group is kind of monopolizing the upper floor, which is okay. I like the second floor just as much as the top floor, top level, I guess. There's a big Thunder Mountain. I wonder if there's a train that's gonna come by. I feel like I say this every single time I ride the Liberty Square riverboats. Let's see if I can change the aperture here to maybe make it a little bit more pleasant. Maybe not. Nope. Hello? Big Thunder Mountain Mine Train? Come on! This is my favorite shot to get whenever I ride the Liberty Square riverboat. No, don't let me down. Come back, please. Park has been closed for 10 minutes, so maybe they're just not running any trains anymore. You know what's bizarre? I don't know if I've ever really paid attention to this little cabin over here, this burning cabin, because my attention is always back over here on Big Thunder Mountain. And I did see a train go by just a minute ago, so I wonder if it's gonna come around the corner right over here. Ow, I just hit my little hand on this. That hurts. Come on, train. Please. Big Thunder Mountain, what are you doing to me today? There it is, way over there. Can you see it? Of course. Big Thunder Mountain just does not want to cooperate today, which is okay. It's been a very interesting trip to Magic Kingdom today, I'm gonna say.
Huh?
I said it's been a very interesting trip to Magic Kingdom today.
Yeah.
So we got to Magic Kingdom pretty late today, a lot later than I anticipated we were gonna get here, but it was still okay because an evening in Magic Kingdom is very pleasant. It's been very tempered the past couple days as far as the weather goes, but today it's been pretty hot, and then it took us a little bit to actually get into Magic Kingdom, and then I was kind of trying to figure out my camera settings, and then we got a couple treats, which they were okay. In retrospect, I don't know if I really did like that float, which is unfortunate because I really did want to like it, but it was just really weird tasting. The cake was good. We were thinking about getting the Hades nachos, but we're probably going to have dinner after this, so I didn't want to ruin the dinner, and I don't even know, man. And now the lighting is just bad. Okay, so I still have stuff to complain about. So, also, whenever we were getting that float from Storybook Treats, there was a massive family in front of us that ordered pretty much everything, and then it took forever.
In the middle of them ordering, more of their family came in and then added to the order, and it was just like, oh my god, we're gonna be here forever.
And then when you went to go get the cake, you were skipped by a lady.
Yeah, some lady just flat out skipped me in line.
And then when we came to the what are they called? The Tomorrowland Speedway. The line was just really long. and it made me sad. And then we came over here to the riverboat, and there's a massive family with like 98 children, and they're taking over the top level, forcing us to live on the second floor. Wow, your hair is really pretty right now.
Oh, and the family was communicating just by yelling at each other.
Okay, I don't know what sounds the riverboat is making, but it's really, really loud.
What?
Here's the other side of Haunted Mansion. Honestly though, we actually did have a pretty good day, just with a couple minor inconveniences, because any trip to Magic Kingdom is a good one. All right, and we are off the Liberty Bell. I think we are officially done complaining and getting that out of our system. And now we're heading out of the park, and I'm pretty positive that it is going to be pretty empty because the park closed about half an hour ago. So the adventure is actually not going to be stopping here. Brennan, where are we going to go after this?
Disney Springs for dinner.
We are. We have not done this in a long time. We have not done Magic Kingdom followed by Disney Springs in a very long time.
Well, it's the closest thing we can do to like park hopping because we still can't park hop.
I am a little bit sad that it's been so pleasantly temperate recently, and then today decided to be kind of hot. It feels okay right now, but of course that's as we're leaving the park, and it closed 30 minutes ago. I thought that by riding the Liberty Bell riverboat, we were going to be giving everybody pretty much a nice little head start on the way out of the park, but it doesn't really look like it. There's a pretty good amount of people leaving Magic Kingdom right now. I want to be upset about the minimal amount of decorations that they have this year for Halloween, but I keep having to remind myself that they didn't have to do anything at all, and they did, so I should probably feel pretty grateful for that. But I'm gonna miss the bunting and the pumpkins and the scarecrows and the garland and everything, but the lampposts, the pumpkins and the lampposts are pretty nice. Do you want to take the monorail?
I don't know.
Oh man, this is pretty busy, wow. Maybe we could do the ferry boat? Okay, so we're gonna take the resort monorail back to the TTC because it's a pretty long line for both the ferry boats and the express monorail. Today was a busy day at Magic Kingdom. It's a little bit disappointing. I guess it's a good thing for that financial recovery that Disney wants to see, but I was surprised. We wanted to come during the last couple hours to avoid the crowds. So I think we chose the wrong option for transportation to get back to the parking lot because a significant amount of monorails, I almost said monoliths, those are over at Epcot. Well, not anymore. Anyway, a lot of monorails have come for the express monorail, but I think there's only 2 going around the entirety of the lagoon for the resorts. I wanted to show off a couple other treats here that we did not get. If it'll focus. Are you gonna focus? Or is this some other camera thing that I'm about to figure out? Then can you tap the screen there for me? There we go. You need 4 hands to work this camera, I guess. Look at all of these treats that we still need to experience here at Magic Kingdom, as well as the cavalcades and everything. We just need to do everything here. I'm really bummed the Magic Kingdom isn't open later. I definitely miss the nighttime aspect of the park, but allegedly they are extending the hours in the future, so that is something to look forward to. I am super excited to go to Disney Springs because we didn't have a bad day in Magic Kingdom. It was just a very rushed day. It had some complicated elements to it, and I don't know if that's going to reflect in the title because I hate clickbaity sounding titles. Oh, look, there's Tron way over there. Yay! But off we go to Disney Springs. All right, we made it back to the TTC, heading back to the car, and then off to Disney Springs, where I think we're probably going to be eating at Splitsville. I think that's where Brennan wanted to eat. So we made it to Disney Springs, and look at this line heading into the Orange Garage. That's where we were going to park because we are going to Splitsville, but I guess we're going to have to go down to the Lime Garage and then walk, presuming that that's open. All right, so we finally found a parking spot in the Lime Garage. It is very, very busy tonight. What is going on?
I don't know, I'm nervous.
Isn't it weird? But hopefully we can find a place at Splitsville. I think we're gonna try to go to the bar outside. We've had some pretty good success with that recently. Oh no, it's dark again. All right, just came out of the garage, and like I said, we're heading over to, I always forget the name, Splitsville. That's where we're going, right?
Yeah.
Cool, because they have some sushi there that you like, right?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Darn it, it's getting dark again. Hold on, let me see if I can bump this up. There. How does that look? Is it better?
You tell me.
So we've almost made it back over to the Orange Garage, which is where we wanted to park, but it was significantly more busy than the Lime Garage for whatever reason. I realized that this video is going to be a good amount of complaining in Magic Kingdom and then troubleshooting camera settings, but I suppose there's got to be a guinea pig video for that kind of stuff at some point, right? But I'm excited to have a good dinner with Brennan. Are you excited?
That's me, I'm Brennan.
Are you excited? You're excited, good. Okay, we made it down to Splitsville, which is right next to AMC over here. That was kind of a lengthy walk, but hopefully it's gonna be worth it so we can get some food right over here at the bar where they play some live music. Okay, so we have our spot over here at the bar. Sorry, it's pretty dark, but we got our food. I ended up getting some cheeseburger sliders. Then what did you get over there, Brennan?
I got the super tuna sushi roll.
Ooh, and you got a drink over there too?
Yeah, I got a Long Island.
A Long Island. So we're gonna eat this, enjoy the music, and then probably head on out. Okay, so I feel pretty dumb because I've had this on my camera for days. This is a filter that goes over the lens that's supposed to help with certain factors. And of course, it's pretty much like putting sunglasses on a camera. It was making everything dark. So it's not as bad as I thought it was. That's good. See, this is more along the lines of what I have come to know with the G7X Mark II that I usually use as far as brightness. So this is good. This increases my hopefulness for this camera and this lens in particular. I did get another lens, and I can show that off when we get home. That should also help with low light, but we'll see. This camera has just become a massive investment, and I'm just constantly trying to reassure myself that it's all gonna be okay.
You have growing pains right now. You just gotta figure out like the right combination and the right balance of what you want and what you need. But because this is new, like you're struggling right now, so you just have to give it some time. It'll work itself out.
See, there you go. That's pretty good quality, right?
Yeah.
That works out. So we're heading back to the car to head back home, and I can show off the other lens that I got. Something else, I got these tiny little microphone covers, so I don't have to use the Deity Duo microphone that I got.
The eyebrows of the camera.
They're tiny, tiny little dead cat microphone covers that I put over the microphone holes for the internal microphone on the camera to avoid having to have a big bulky microphone on top. It's kind of like a compromise, I guess.
Yeah.
So here's hoping you can even hear me throughout this entire video, because that was also an experiment. So we made it back home, and here's Arlo. Hi, Arlo.
I'm so excited that we're home.
We're on the back porch, and this is the Canon 11 to 22 millimeter camera with a maximum aperture of f4, which that may sound like a bunch of gibberish, but that's not the best aperture in terms of letting in a lot of light for having low light footage. So I got this lens. This is a fixed 22 millimeter lens, so it's going to be punched in a little bit, but the aperture is f2 on here, so this should be a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and switch to this so you can kind of see the comparison between the one that I'm using right now, because it's super fuzzy right now and dark because of the ISO, which is set up really high to account for the high aperture, I suppose. So I'm going to switch over to this right now. So this is the other lens, which you can tell that it's a little bit better quality because of the aperture, which is a lot lower, but it's definitely a little bit closer. So this was my intended goal, because Brennan, you're holding the other one, right?
Yep.
This one is really good for wide angle. This one should be good for low lights. And it's definitely an investment to have two different lenses for two different situations, and each of these has a filter for it for a specific use. It's a lot to get used to, and I'm still getting used to the stabilization on this camera and the audio, but it's a journey, and it's kind of exciting, at least for the most part. I'm just hitting all the lights up here. What do you think, Brennan? Is this an exciting adventure of cameras that you did not anticipate partaking in?
I've had to learn a lot about cameras in order to have discussions with Roy about what's the best option. So he's had to educate me so that I can be a part of the conversation to help him outweigh the pros and cons.
I'm educating myself too. Trying to. Okay, I think we're gonna go and end the video here. Sorry for all the camera talk today, and I know that Magic Kingdom seemed kind of a negative experience, and parts of it were, I'll be honest, but ultimately it was a trip to Magic Kingdom, which is something that we do enjoy getting to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can always go back.
That's true, because we definitely need to experience all the Halloween stuff that we didn't really do today. Got a little taste of it, literally, by eating snacks.
Yeah.
But I want to go back for the cavalcades and take in all the Halloween pictures and whatnot. But thank you for hanging out with us today. I appreciate it. I know these videos are a little bit weird, especially this one, but
bear with us, or bear with Roy while he tries to figure out the camera stuff.
I'm trying.
If it looks weird to you, it looks weird to us.
Absolutely, without a doubt. So, see you later, guys. Have a good day, and goodbye.
Bye.
I almost forgot how to do that.